Planning a party can really take it out of you, so why not take the headache out of things by letting the experts help? Kim Byers from the Celebration Shop joins me today again. I hear we're saddling up the horses today. And as we said, yeah, for the show today.
That's right. So what we thought we would do today is we would show you some really fun and economical favor ideas for a Wild West Cowboy Bash.
You are our expert when it comes to planning some parties. What age group are we talking about for this party, Kim?
You know, I would say that, well, I have a 2 and a 4, and I think that you could probably enjoy this up to, 8 or 9. The stick ponies, they might give those up about age 6 or 7.
But your kids were so excited to see what we're making today that they wouldn't let it alone.
They kept stealing them off the craft table. They sure did.
Okay, so what do we got for us?
Okay, so the first thing we have is a loot favor bag, and then we'll do our stick ponies. But for the loot favor bag, this is super easy, super easy. You're just going to take a lunch bag, and we have a $ template on our website, and we're just going to place that on. And with a thin Sharpie, we mark out the shape of the $, about an inch from the bottom, centered, and then just taking a large black Sharpie, we're literally just going to color that in. Now, once you've colored that all the way in, as you can see from our bags here, we just fill those full of goodies, maybe, chocolate dollars.
That's very cute.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
And then we tied them with twine, which you can get twine at any, hardware store, and then we just embellished it with a little sheriff's badge.
Because that's part of what you do. Not only do you give us great ideas, but you try to keep that cost in check. Because
we really do.
Parties can really escalate in money.
It really can get crazy. And so at the Celebration Shop, we actually offer some very fun ideas, and we try to keep our decor and our custom invitations very economical.
And you start with custom invitations, and then there's a website. So let's tell everybody about the website so they know where to find all this information.
Definitely. They can come see us at the Celebration Shop, shoppe.com. And like I said, our custom invitations, we start at $22 for custom invitations.
For your special day. Okay.
That's right.
We're going to make our little pony here.
Let me
move my stuff out of the way to make sure that you have all the room you need.
Thank you. And like I said, these are so super fun. We have a template on our website for the pony. It's actually 3 sheets of paper, so just print them out at 8.5 by 11 and then cut them out and attach them. You're going to need a ½ yard of brown felt, and then just some coordinating felt pieces, which you can buy these in squares, for like 25 cents or something at the craft store. And then you're going to want about 1/4 of a yard of batting. So what you do with your brown felt is you just cut out 2 of your pony shapes, and then with the batting, we're going to cut out 1 of the pony shape. And then what we did with the square, if you laid the full square down and then just ran your finger across it, you want about 1 inch inside, because we're going to put this down with fabric glue. And you're probably shocked that I don't have a glue gun here, but I actually brought fabric glue today. So then what you're going to do is just trim that off in like a moon shape, and then trim off the excess so it's not, down on his back. And then we're just going to take scissors and literally just about 1/4 of an inch. Yeah, 1/4 of an inch all the way in on each one.
How long did it take you to make each one, just out of curiosity?
It took me about 20 minutes to make each one.
So people should figure that time out when they're planning for these things.
And these things are like $4.50, $5 maybe. So
talk about a great favor to walk home with.
And the kids love it. And so what we're going to do then is we're going to take our fabric glue, and we actually use some of that as well. Same concept, just did a rounding effect with about 1/4 of a square of the pre-cut squares. You'll want about 1/4 of that to do this piece. So what we'll do then is we're just going to take our fabric glue and we're going to tack down.
And does that hold pretty tight, fabric glue?
It does.
It does?
It does.
If it's on fabric to fabric.
And the nice thing about, and my glue is taking a moment here, but basically what you would do is you would tack this down, and on the batting, just make sure that you cut this, once you've cut out your shape, trim it about 1/4 of an inch.
Makes sense.
Yeah, just so that you don't have anything sticking out.
And you do that all the way around the edge then?
Well, with this one, you can just tack it down, right, with the batting. And then with the main, you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to tack it down a little bit, right?
Oh,
we tack this down, and if you want to show everyone what this is going to look like.
Actually, there's a couple here. Can I grab the other one too?
You can grab the pink as well. We made a pink just for fun, just for the girls out there.
I love these!
But yeah, isn't it fun? And so then we just tacked on the top. And then once this is tacked down, button for eyes, ribbon for the bridle. There's all the instructions are on the website. Super easy, ladies, to do this for your kids, and they will love it.
And look at that, with all the extra accessories that you have, everyone given an ideas. That's what the end will look like.
Yeah, and then what's so fun about that too is we have the cookie cutters, and our plates and cups are actually tin, just like you were out on the range.
Kim, thanks for these great ideas.
Thank
now you
you.
can go home and tell your children they can have their
They
ponies.
can have them and play. Thanks so much.
Thanks.